Probably the most anticipated exclusive game for the PlayStation 4 is The Last of Us Part 2. When that reveal came at the PlayStation Experience back in December of 2016, it shocked the gaming world. But since that reveal, Naughty Dog has been giving us teases of what to expect from the sequel, and that's why today we're going to be going through 5 things that you must know about The Last of Us Part 2. We're going to begin here at the 5 spot with the story. The game will take place 5 years later as Ellie, now 19 years old and tatted and beaten up, will be the star of the sequel, while Joel will take a step back, but again will be a major character. Neil Druckmann, the game's director and co-writer, has stated that The Last of Us story was about love, but this next installment will be about hate, which was evident from the first trailer.
And I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Druckmann has also said that both stories from The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2 will serve together to tell a larger tale. Additionally, Druckmann addressed worries about a sequel, saying the following, quote, "So much thought went into this, and I know there's a lot of people that feel this trepidation about coming back to these characters and revisiting what that ending means, and worrying whether that's going to spoil the first game." He later adds, "You have to understand, we feel all those things as well. No one loves these characters more than we do, and we would not do this if we didn't feel like we had the right idea. The Part 2 is really doubling down on that to say we believe in this so much. We're not trying to avoid it," unquote. Now lastly, some rather interesting bits that I do want to add, but I need to make sure that I state this. They are unconfirmed details. The first one being that IMDb has a synopsis for The Last of Us Part 2 stating the following, quote, "5 years later, Joel and Ellie discover something dark about each other's past, which changes the way they look at their future." This synopsis of The Last of Us Part 2 has been on the website for over a month now, and it could be telling based on the ending of the first game. Next, within Uncharted 4, this Easter egg was found. Many believe this could be Anna, while others think this could be Ellie. While another image shows a baby on the set of The Last of Us Part 2, one thing is for certain, and that is somebody is going to be pregnant within The Last of Us Part 2. Now to the 4th spot we have is the development of this game. It said The Last of Us Part 2 began all the way back in 2014 when Naughty Dog was looking at a way to make a sequel. Originally rumors were rampant, some saying The Last of Us Part 2 would concentrate on new characters, which ultimately ended up not happening. But in late 2016, when we got the first trailer from The Last of Us Part 2, the game's director Neil Druckmann said the game was in early development. Since then, on social media, we've gotten images of Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, and Troy Baker, who plays Joel, filming motion capture for this game. Additionally, Druckmann revealed Westworld actor Shannon Woodward had joined the cast, and Westworld writer Hallie Wegrin-Gross had joined as well as a writer. It was revealed back at the PlayStation Experience Gustavo, I can't say his last name, the composer of The Last of Us and also a 2-time Oscar winner, would return to compose The Last of Us Part 2's music, while co-director of The Last of Us Bruce Straley would not return as he's currently taking time off after completing Uncharted 4. But as of this moment, this upcoming game is actively being worked on and heavily into development. But now to the number 3 spot, we have the Teases. As I mentioned earlier, rumors have been rampant about Ellie possibly being pregnant, which is interesting following the ending of The Last of Us DLC, but it was fueled again by an image taken from Neil Druckmann on the set of the sequel, which clearly shows a baby. Again, it would logically make much more sense if Naughty Dog explores the past of Ellie's mother Anna and gives more background on what led to her giving birth to Ellie and maybe who was Ellie's father. Looking at the first trailer, Naughty Dog did a great job at getting discussion and theories going, such as the Fireflies maybe being the main antagonist of the sequel, and Joel possibly being dead or serving as a ghost. But next is an interesting quote Neil Druckmann gave saying, quote, "Ellie plays differently than Joel. I'm getting into risky territory here. Some things are evolution, some things are reinvention, but there will be a gameplay revealed down the road," unquote. Now, some think that with Ellie aging, she could begin to get side effects from her immunity to CBI, which could involve hallucinations in the sequel, like Joel maybe being gone or serving as a ghost. But again, these are just theories, but it does feel like Ellie will be very different from when we first met her. Now to the 2 spot is all the media that has been shown so far. This includes the amazing first trailer shown at the PlayStation Experience back in December of 2016, which was followed up with a behind the scenes of the motion capture technology being used, and some additional concept art of the sequel showing different environments, and an image of Ellie now as a 19-year-old. Since then, we've gotten some amazing on-set images, but the next time we see The Last of Us Part 2 could be at some of these upcoming big gaming events. And that leads me to the number 1 spot, probably the biggest question on everyone's mind: when will this game release? This is not a simple answer because Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is coming in August of 2017, which has taken up a lot of time, so a release in 2018 is likely, but not for certain, mainly because the game is still in its early stages. But to be honest, none of us know the plans that Naughty Dog has for the setting, gameplay, and multiplayer for the sequel, so the wait may be a while, but the good news is that Naughty Dog could shock the world again with a reveal at E3, Gamescom, or maybe even the next PlayStation Experience. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to smack that like button if you did enjoy or found any informative value. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are you looking forward to the most with The Last of Us Part 2? Also make sure to consider subscribing for more news on huge upcoming games, and I'll see you later.